Ready. Ready. Bronco 80. Get it. Hawk 70.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Bronco 80. Three. Gravity lying.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get this down over to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Go.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. The Cowboys at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. When you look at this Saints defense, this unit, they struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap.
You okay, babe?
Throughout this season, they've given up some big plays.
I thought you were crying.
Someone to no gain. Oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Here's Sanders. He finds Pickens over the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 7.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw again, here is Sanders. He'll try to pick it up himself, and he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down and 6 now.
Let's go, Reed. Go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down.
70. Warriors 70.
Throwing, Sanders. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
And the Saints first down.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, New Orleans! A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And shutting him off now open field. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now you look at this Saints defense. Now they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays.
He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell them everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. In motion left is Mitchell. They'll set up to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Second and 20. He'll look to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? A short throw to Musgrave. And he's got some space here. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. 10-0 to score after one on EA Sports. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for basketball. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get in that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
1 yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Let's go now. 18, Pioneer.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that poster out there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
60 Eagle.
They go play action now. Sanders. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Go! 7 Pirates. 7 Bronco leading.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson, 49 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Saints. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
70 Lions. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
The Saints, 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, New Orleans.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Back to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. It looks like they'll move things around here. Now a turn and a give to Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A 35-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson with their 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Aubrey now for the point after. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll drop the throw. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. And the Saints, first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Nixon. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss.
Come on. Panther 11, Bronco 80.
Sanders to throw. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 52 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Aubrey now for the PAT. And that one puts them on top here in the third. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Sanders. Over the middle, hauled in 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Check, bomb catch. Deputy. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
A gain of a yard.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ready. Hot 70, hot 70. Ready, ready.
Here's Sanders. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Ready, ready. 60 by 6. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
70 Lions. Ready.
Now Sanders. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape the drive.
A 3rd quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let go.
Play action. It's Sanders. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. Go.
From the shotgun, Sanders. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9 now. A short throw to Musgrave. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete.
Oi, boa tarde, Raquel, tudo bem? Oi, boa tarde, tudo bem? Alô?
Now in Arlington. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Second and 10. They'll set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have taken a 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
To throw is Sanders. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Get it. Cougar 19. Ready.
Throwing, Sanders. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Come on. Set. Rock all 80. Let's go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2, 7 Pirates, 7, 6 the Eagles, 6 the Eagles.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
72 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
On play action, they'll throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. Going right side is White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Luke Musgrave, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Maverick. 60. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to Lamb. And it's a fumble. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Ready? Warriors 70. 19. Tiger. Now go.
He'll look to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And all the way down to the 10-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Here's 1st and goal.
Go. Cowboy 80. Hey, smash Bronco. Ready?
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
Got it. Ready?
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Let's go.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Third down and goal coming up here.
Viking 18. Ready?
Back to throw. And he's got it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Get up. Get up. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
At the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans.